Happy New Year, everyone. For me, I know Kyle's been here already, but this is my first time back, other than a brief football thing on Friday. Happy New Year from everyone here at Laughing Place, and particularly from me, Doobie Mosley, the co-founder of Laughing Place, and my good friend Kyle, who is the
Hello.
managing editor. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm good. It's snowy here, but not too bad. I will say, I don't wear sunglasses all that often. Maybe if I'm driving, but if I'm just stepping outside all summer long, no sunglasses. But when it snows, I have to put the sunglasses on. It's just blinding.
Oh, I thought you meant to look cool. You like to look cool in the snow, but no.
Yeah, it looks look. You don't need help looking cool in the snow. No, it's just so bright. Like even last night with I thought the porch light was on because the white snow shining through the window was just.
I have been in snow, like actual snow, not just up in the mountains for an hour, one time in my life. One trip to New York, it was lightly snowing, but it had been snowing a lot, so there was ice all over the ground. Why anyone would make this choice, I have no idea. Let's see some hellos. Hello, Fred Ramirez. Salutations to you. Thank you, Christian. We will do our very best. And hello to our biggest fan, Nikki B. And hello to our biggest fan, Jeffrey Neese. But mostly Nikki B. She's our biggest fan. I'm saying it. I love all our fans. I love everyone that's a member, everyone that watches our shows. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is our biggest fan. And I'm okay with that.
Vacation mode, Nikki B.
That's right. And I'm sure she's enjoying that. What are the showtimes for Phantasm? That is a great question. Maybe Gio can get that for you. We probably could, but we don't have time because it's time to get started. All righty. Well, let us get a little bit more screen going here. Or not. Why aren't you getting bigger for me? Oh, that's just useless. All right. Anyway, stock market was at 111.08 on Friday. We are well into the new year. It's Monday. How's it doing today? 112.23, up 1% today. And if you had bought it when we talked about it on Friday, you'd be loaded by now if you had invested like $1 billion.
Anyway, weather.
Anyway.
Here's Ethan.
There's Ethan.
Good morning and welcome to another LP Disney weather report. If there's anything you need, all you have to do is say, you know you satisfy everything in me. We shouldn't waste a single day, so don't stop me falling. It's destiny calling, a power I just can't deny. It's never changing. Can't you hear me? I'm saying, I want you for the rest of my life. Together forever and never to part. Together forever we two. And don't you know, I would move heaven and earth to be together forever with you. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will briefly crack 70 today but will fall to a low of 51 after dark. The good news is that Walt Disney World will see a high of 77 today. The bad news is that it will be windy in the early afternoon and potentially rainy in the evening, with there then being an evening low of just 57. Castaway Cay is windy today but 73 degrees. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will be 75 for much of the daylight hours today. Disneyland Paris saw some light rain earlier but should now be clear with temps in the lower 40s. Tokyo will reach a high of 54 tomorrow with a very, very small chance of rain throughout the day. Shanghai will be mostly cloudy tomorrow and will top out at 48. Lastly, Hong Kong will start the day at 60, warm to 64, and stay there for most of the day. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
I forgot to thank Tony Betty for sitting in on Thursday and Friday. Thank you very much. I think he did a fantastic job. You guys are a great team. Very funny guy. And it is our goal to do this show every day, which means that we'll be sit-ins here and there. So, yay, first time worked out great. Thank you, Tony. What do we got?
We have breaking news. Doobie, you're familiar with the phrase, if you can't beat them, join them?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's basically what happened this morning as it was announced that Fubo Fubo rather, and Hulu Plus Live TV will be joining forces. Under these agreements, Disney will own about 70% of Fubo when all is said and done. And that service will also be adding a new sports and broadcast tier that'll include ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, the SEC network, the ACC network, ESPN News, and ESPN Plus. But most importantly, because Disney is now basically buying a part of Fubo, the litigation that Fubo had against Disney and Warner Brothers and Fox to create Venue Sports, that's solved now. So so that's pretty funny. I don't know why there's other network or other services out there that do TV packages like this. I don't know if they're now going to step up and be like, oh, hey, wait a minute. We want to stop this too.
Yeah, because crime doesn't pay, but litigation does, apparently.
Yeah. Very interesting development there.
Cool. And Disney stock is up 1% this morning. Is there any relation there?
Fubo stock went up more than 100%.
Did it really?
I don't know. Last I
man,
heard, but I don't know.
Why can't someone tell us about this beforehand so we can buy some? That would have been really helpful.
They should really figure out how to do that, huh?
Fubo
I bet you members of Congress figured it out weeks ago.
Oh, ouch. Fubo stock is up 240% today.
So if you would have bought $2 worth of Fubo stock yesterday, you'd be having $5 today.
Oh, my goodness.
Just a hockey stick.
Oh, that is awesome. Wow. Congratulations to all you Fubo shareholders.
Speaking of good news, Disney got some good news last night as they won 6 Golden Globes at the 82nd Annual Golden Globes Awards, which we're back to caring about after a couple years off. Some of the biggest awards in the TV side, the TV drama, Shogun won Best Show there. Also some acting awards. And then in the comedy category, Jeremy Allen White won for The Bear for the 3rd straight time, I believe that is.
Is he the best comedic actor on TV?
I guess if you're award definitionally. And then supporting on the film side, supporting actor went to Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. So not a ton of awards for Disney, but a few notable wins.
Good day for Shogun. Do you watch Shogun?
I did not watch Shogun.
Me either. So happily over at Downtown Disney at the Disneyland Resort, we have the Parkside Market. It's finally made its debut. It's supposed to open in winter, and I guess it's still winter, so it counts. The new location is on the west end of Downtown Disney. Began welcoming guests the past few days. So we've got a really detailed look there. Tons and tons of pictures of all 4 venues: the Vista Parkside Market, the Soul Sister Fast Casual Korean, Sip and Sonder, and Gigi's Chicken Shop. So go please check that out on our Laughing Place. Thank you very much to whoever got that for us. Is it still me? No.
Nope. It's me now. We talked last week about I think it was last week, we talked about the new Laughing Place On Balance podcast. Well, good news is that we're now on Apple podcasts. It took a long time, but we're there now. And plus, on top of that, we now have episode 2 out. And it features some very special guests, Dewey and Rebecca Mosley.
Oh, that's me.
Bringing back the classic bold predictions. Not to brag, I was rated the boldest prediction, but I won't tell you what it is. You'll have to listen to the podcast to find out what I said that was so bold.
Your prediction is both the most bold and the most likely to happen somehow.
Yeah. It's weird how that works, doesn't it?
Oh, I should show this too. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, be sure to subscribe. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Be sure to rate us and review us on Apple and subscribe there and all those good things. Wherever you get your podcast, you can listen to episodes 1 and 2
I really like that logo. Podcast. I truly like that logo. Well done.
That was Benjamin.
I didn't know he could draw.
I don't think he drew. I think
even
he
Weller
found
did.
Canva assets.
Oh. Okay, yes, the weatherman did rickroll us. We don't know why. He's his own thing. We have no control. We just press play and we get what we get and we don't throw a fit. All right, over at Disney Springs, as a part of Disney Springs Wellness Month, you can see not that, but rabbits frolicking over. This is such a funny thing. This is a part of their Wellness Month. Cirque du Soleil's Drawn to Life hosted a special wellness workout on Saturday with industry professionals and performers from the show. And the session had attendees participating in stretches, yoga poses, body weight exercises, and filming all this, which I believe is the exercise our videographer did. And this is just hilarious.
It's gonna get an interesting crowd once news comes out. Once this gets around on the right Reddit forums.
Are you saying I should be posting this?
It's just funny. I hadn't realized that that's.
Oh,
this
don't do,
was
man.
what
Don't
was
do,
happening.
man. Let's move on. All right. So anyway,
All right.
you can go read about that, watch that whole video. Any fun comments? Oh, not yet, unfortunately. Yeah. And speaking of abysmal,
It wasn't even on the list that way, and then I don't know why I jumped there.
no,
but I
that's the
think it
way we're
makes
supposed
sense.
to do it. If there's no reviews, we do a round LP before the rest.
See, I was steps ahead of myself.
You're first.
Yeah, so we got with the first of the year, a bunch of new Disney shorts entered the public domain last year. Of course, Steamboat Willie, which is why there's like 50 horror movies in production with Steamboat Willie. But 19 different Disney shorts are now in public domain. So we've compiled them. Alex edited them, trying to find the most complete and best copies of these shorts and putting disclaimers at the front of them. And then Tony wrote about each one so you can learn a little bit more. There's 19 in total. There's such popular ones as Galloping Gaucho, Plain Crazy, and the first Silly Symphony, The Skeleton Dance, which I know people are familiar with. So you can watch all those on our YouTube and learn more about them in that article.
It's amazing. The Skeleton Dance is public domain. It's crazy to me. But that's the way the system works. Boom. Didn't mean to scroll over there. Bill Galsil. I don't know why I struggle with his name every single time, but
maybe with that one guy that made the TikTok should make a TikTok for how you
that
pronounce
would help.
Galsil.
That would help. So his Touchstone and Beyond series has reached the wonderful ice cream suit, and no, I'd never heard of this, and yes, this is why we have a Touchstone and Beyond series. How cool! Had you ever heard of this, Kyle?
I hadn't. My favorite detail of this write-up was under budget. He usually puts what the budget is, and this one he just put very small.
Very small. Very, very tiny right there. Yes,
Yeah,
this is a direct-to-video Touchstone release fantasy comedy starring Edward James Olmos and written by Ray Bradbury, based on a short story by Ray Bradbury, The Wonderful Ice Cream Suit. It's a full-length film, and EIL. I absolutely love that this is on Laughing Place. And speaking of little-known things, Maxon Faber, who is fastly becoming one of my favorite contributors here at Laughing Place, has a look back at Sega World in Sydney, Australia, a theme park that opened in 1997. And it's just another interesting take on stuff from theme parks past, which is good at finding those nuggets regarding theme parks. You should be doing our defunct line reviews. I've decided that. But yeah.
There used to be a Sega arcade in Luxor, and I miss that, but I'm sure this was way more elaborate than that.
Yeah, probably so.
Probably. Speaking of podcasts, the latest Who's the Boss podcast is out, looking at whatever episode number this was of Skeleton Crew, and the guest was Laughing Place friend and has written some stuff for us in the past and also tunes into a lot of our shows. Justin Smith was on talking with Mike about this episode, which, as you can see, is very KB-centric, which I appreciate because my initials are KB. And I changed, as I brought up on the show last week, nobody seemed to notice that I changed my icon on Slack to KB.
All right, let me go look at Slack right now. It's the second time you've mentioned this. I've had enough.
Okay.
You can keep talking.
Yeah, Doobie I shouldn't have distracted Doobie. I broke the cardinal rule of the morning show. Which
Now I got to. Okay, there's a post by Kyle.
Don't.
There's the icon. Didn't it used to be you and your wife?
It was Rigby. I'm
Wow.
talking on Slack itself, not on my byline.
Yeah, on Slack. I
Yeah.
thought it was you and your wife. Sorry.
At one point, it might have been, yes.
Wow, Kyle's photo is now KB. How clever. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. I got to first make sure I'm spelling KB right. Is it literally just KB?
As far as I know, I don't.
I don't know.
And Mike confirmed, as he told us on Friday, that it is inspired by KB Toys, which was popular in the 80s.
And finally, we have I should not have scrolled up that far. Funny looking pictures in Slack. We have another article by Marshall, who is fast becoming one of my favorite LP contributors. This is actually a really fun read. He said, it's time for Disney to follow the Muppets Christmas Carol blueprint. This is how you use the Muppets. He gives the example of Muppets Pinocchio with Miss Piggy as the Blue Fairy, which now I'm already looking forward to. Why not do what you know works and have the Muppets do other classic tales like this one, which is so immensely popular? You were right, Marshall. Let's get more of these.
Yeah, Doobie loves that movie.
I've never seen it, and I
know.
have no interest in the Muppets, but I know how popular it is. I know how much people revere it. So
I just
more of
need
that
to
kind
bring
of
up
thing.
the fact that you've never seen it. That's all.
And the rest.
Well, that's me. The Twice Upon a Year sale still going on at Disney Store. You can save up to 60% off on different items. You can check out some of those items on Laughing Place. Becca put together some of the things you can save on. And also, if you use code SURPRISE at checkout, you can get a free mystery gift with the purchase of $100 or more. And of course, that is the net after the savings and stuff. It has to be $100 or more to get that. In the parks at Walt Disney World, there's a new Cinderella Castle collection. It has a spirit jersey, ears, a throw, blanket, that's the word, tumbler, magnet, snow globe, and even a license plate frame. I kind of like this. I really like the spirit jersey. The license plate frame, I could take or leave. But yeah, interesting new collection. And then we have another new collection as well. This is the Walt Disney World Park Icons collection, which of course features all 4 park icons. And there's lots of good things here too. Ears buttoned up, a magnet, and a long sleeve shirt that is not good at all. The front's good. The back is bad. It's very bad. It looks like a Run Disney shirt with all the sponsors, except that the sponsors are just park names.
Yeah, it literally looks like that.
I don't like
That's
it.
a
But the rest of
great
the stuff,
description.
the towel, the blanket, the mug, all good. Just
Tennis shoes in the background.
could have tightened up that long sleeve shirt there.
Let's see. Universal Studios adds new year-round benefits for annual pass holders, I guess. They have lots of benefits already, discounts and such, but they have some new ones this year. They have pass holder exclusive entrance at Universal Islands of Adventure all day and all night long, and save 15% on multi-day tickets, which you can now purchase online. So nothing too humongous, but
That was me
worth getting
dancing
anyway.
to all day and all of the night.
And finally, over at MCO, we talked about this last week. It is now here. The Epic Universe store at Orlando Airport is open, right next to Universal Orlando store in Terminal B. Used to be where the Kennedy Space Center store was. And don't forget, Epic Universe opens May 22nd. The countdown is on. The theme park world is excited.
The fun stuff.
It is so hard to believe, but Big Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom is closed for a long, long time. So I'm guessing Jeremiah was there on Sunday, get a last ride in and get a really actual detailed view of it, which is nice because you never know what's going to happen when they reopen it. So you want to get what it was like just before it closed. So take a virtual tour, including the queue of Big Thunder Mountain, including Tony Baxter right there. Get your final ride online, and then we'll see what we get next year. It's going to be pretty cool. And then Maxon, once again, did I mention he's becoming one of my favorites here at Laughing Place? He has done a ranked, which I don't know if Luke is aware of this. There's a little friction there, but he's done a ranked.
People are allowed to do it. It's mostly Luke, but it's an open segment. Other people have done other versions of it.
So he has ranked his top 10 coasters. This is not a Disney ranking. This is simply a ranking because there is not a single Disney coaster on this list. I am not going to spoil it. But I got excited when I started going through here because the first two, I'm like, I've ridden that coaster. I've been on Viper at Magic Mountain. I've been on Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. And then 8 coasters that never have, never will. But yeah, that's available right now on Laughing Place. All right, here is the portion of the show where Kyle shows off just how smart he is or isn't by telling us what happened on this day in Disney history. We are starting with On This Day in 1995. The movie came out. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
You have a chance of this. Almost no one else would I think have a chance of this, but you have a chance of this. 1995. No limerick here. It's hard enough to put the synopsis. A fast-talking con artist pretends to be a successful friend of a suburban dentist, ingratiating himself into the family's home and life. Chaos and hilarity ensue as his web of lies unravels, forcing him to confront his own mistakes.
What was the first part again?
A fast-talking con artist. And I'm going to give you a hint if that doesn't help you at all. Is played by Sinbad.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
All right.
It's not Kazam.
It's not Kazam.
No, what is it called?
It is House Guest. Have you heard of House Guest?
House Guest. Yes, I've heard of House Guest. This is so my friends and I have talked about there's certain movies that you know of that you might not have seen. You may have seen them, but they just like you picture them on the wall at Blockbuster, and House Guest is one of them. That's definitely on there. Mallrats being another one. Like Can't Hardly Wait, I'd say is a Blockbuster wall one.
That is a hilarious description for a movie and fully understood. Okay, this one.
Don't Be a Menace when you're drinking your whatever the whole title is.
On this day, I know that movie. On this day in 2015, a TV show premiered. Oh, actually, good to know. Tony Betty says, friend of LP Chris Rex and I are in talks to remake House Guest.
Called Apartment Guest.
Tony Betty quickly becoming one of my favorite contributors here at Laughing Place, by the way. All right, here's your limerick for this one. A hero with style and grace fights villains while keeping her place. In a man's world, she's sly with a sharp, watchful eye. This agent outshines every face.
Even before you got to agent, I was thinking it was Agent Carter.
So I actually updated this limerick. It actually the end said Miss Carter outshines every face. I thought it'd make it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, on this day in 2021, a location opened at Disney Springs. I have no limerick for this one.
Town Center?
Oh, man, my YouTube video didn't come up. I got a bad copy. You hate it when you go to click and it's HTTP://TV. That's the control. Everglades opened at Disney Springs.
Oh, okay.
And we do have a video tour of it, but too bad. All right, let's go.
Where you can go to get, after you do your healthy tour, you go get Everglades donut.
It's one of the tours. All right. Football.
Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da.
Football season is over. Week 18 has concluded, and I have a confession to make, Kyle.
What?
I made a mistake last week. I had an error in my Excel formula. You did not win 9 games last week. You won 14 games last week. You actually went into this final week 10 games ahead of me, which means you couldn't lose. Nevertheless, I did well. I went 10-6. Well, you only went 7-9.
Yeah. Partially because you bullied me into taking the Chiefs, which I figured they would lose, but that's okay.
So our final tally for the season, you went 124-69. I went 117-76. You are the football savant. I am a loser, and you get to choose what prank you get to play on me. No, that is not what we're doing. That is not what we're doing here. And Rebecca beat us all to death. She had a tough final. The final week is so tough because you never know who's playing for what and how much they care and all that. So she had a tough final week, and she dropped all the way down to 651 after being as high as 41, I believe, was her highest ranking.
Even after it drops your 2 worst weeks or whatever?
So I think the leaderboard is strictly everyone. I don't think that drop. I think the drops are just for your group. So 99.3 percentile, though, which is still insanely great, and I'm very proud of my wife. All right. Anything else we got, Kai, before we get out of here?
We're before the top of the hour, so
yeah, I like that.
There's a foodie guide that's coming out. If you're interested in visiting for Lunar New Year, you can see what delicious items will be at the Disneyland Resort for that. There's also, if you're a Florida resident, they released a new ticket offer, which I think we'll probably end up talking about tomorrow. But yeah, things to be aware of. I will be in Las Vegas tomorrow, so hopefully, cross your fingers that Park MGM has good Wi-Fi, and then I will be here.
So that's tomorrow. Today we have Disney Parks Talk Live at 4 p.m. The return, the New Year edition. I think one of our people's still on vacation, but I think we will continue on. I think we're continuing anyway. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully with a steady Kyle, but that is the plan. We have got to have Rebecca join us tomorrow to talk a little bit about something she's going to be checking out tomorrow evening, which she's really excited about. Wednesday is Mike Celestino Day to talk about the latest Skeleton Crew. I hope we can get Tony on here at some point this week to talk a little bit more about those animation shorts and everything else going on in the world of animation. So that's the start of a new week and a new year here on the Disney Morning Show. Thank you for joining us as always, and we will see you tomorrow.